What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. What I'm be doing today is going to be some butter poached lobster. We are going to be using the sous vide technique to do this. First thing I'm doing right now is I'm just removing the lobster from the shell. Before we get too deep into this, I do want to thank Michaela over at Avalon Bay for hooking me up with this Immersion Circulator. I'm telling you, this is something that I'm really getting into, and there's nothing I like more than to come up with a different technique of cooking. Anyway, as far as this lobster tail goes, like I said, it's not going to be too complicated. We're going to just hit it with light seasoning, throw some butter in it, throw it in a vacuum sealed bag, and just let it go for, we're going to cook it for about an hour. Now, there's three different techniques we can use on this. We can go for a soft, a tender, or a traditional cook on this. What I'm going to be doing is I like mine a little more firm. This is one thing that I'm not too much of a fan of, like on the rare side, if you want to call it that. So on this, it says we're going to go 45 minutes to an hour at 140 degrees. So that's what we're going to do. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish getting these lobster tails out of the shell, and then we'll get on the next step. So we got all this meat out of the shells. What I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in a Ziploc bag, and we'll hook this up next time we want to make some kind of a seafood stock. Anyway, as far as the seasoning goes, we're just gonna hit it with just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. As far as cleaning these tails out, some of these guys must have seen a Metamucil commercial because they were chock full of stuff, if you know what I mean. So we got that handled. Anyway. Boom. Alright. Now I already have my immersion circulator going at 140 degrees. I'm going to throw this lobster in, and I'm really wanting to see how this turns out. You know what, I might just fit all this into one bag. I know it might deform them a little bit, but these aren't any expensive lobster tails anyway, so you know what, that's what I think I'm going to do. We're just going to go in one bag. I'm going to throw all my, actually, you know what, let me stop being cheap. I'm going to do this in two bags. Alright. I can just see me messing this up now. So I'm gonna just go ahead and throw a bunch of butter in here. Keep it liberal. Then I'm gonna fill up another bag with this. We're gonna get the sealing. Now that we got these sealed up, they're gonna go in this pot with my immersion circulator for 45 minutes. Now, one of the things I like about this immersion circulator is we set the temperature for 140 degrees. We set the time for, I put an hour and 2 minutes. It's not counting down that time until we get to 140 degrees. Our circulator's up to 140 degrees. Our time has started counting down. Now we're just gonna go ahead and throw these in. All right, so here we go. This just hit an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and drain this stuff off. Throw this butter mixture into a pan, heat it up a little bit, add that to some pasta. I'll come back with everything all plated up, and we'll see how this turns out. So that's what it looks like all plated up. Now, I told you this was not a complicated recipe by any means. I just wanted to see how this would turn out. Looks good. Let's go in. And what I did was I have some angel hair pasta here. Took some of that butter that the lobster was cooking in, threw that in a skillet, heated it up, threw in a little bit of parsley, boom, done deal. I have to say, this is awesome. Now, I wish I had some larger lobster tails, obviously, but you know, I got these for like the $4.99 for the little small tail. Next time I'm gonna knock out the big lobster and hook this really up. Anyway, if you got a immersion circulator, knock this out. If you don't, listen, if you don't have one of these, pick up about 2 or 3 of these bad boys. They make good presents for everybody. Anyway, thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.